Welcome back to another video tutorial. In this video, we'll be looking at the animation from video tab, and this will be available to everyone that has a Platinum Edition license. Now, you can actually work with this tab in three ways. You can extract images from the actual video. You can extract images and then animate the sequence together. So basically, enter the video, click this button after you configure the settings, and it will input an animated GIF file, or you can animate sequence. So after you've extracted the images, you can go away and you can then play around and manipulate the images, and then come back here and then animate the sequence up. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at the very first one first, which is we're going to have a look at for the very first example. We're going to look at extract and animate, and for this we need a video to work with. So I've actually got a video here, and I think this video I got it from YouTube, and I used one of these free Mozilla add-ons for Firefox, I think it was, and I downloaded this video. I found a nice funny video on YouTube, and I'll show you the video here. So there you go. It's a funny video, fantastic video. Well, it certainly had mean stitches. So what we're going to do, we're going to actually import this video from load video, and I've got it under test, and I've got it in my videos folder, and here's the video here, and there you go. So if we look back over that video, here we go. What I want to capture, when the guy gives him a kiss and then when he knocks him out. So he gets knocked out about there. If I maximize this, I should see the seconds on here. So that's 4 seconds. So all I need is about 4 seconds worth of footage. We'll get a bit more though. Okay, there we go. Let's say 7 seconds. Okay, so what I'm going to do inside of here now is look at the video settings first, because it's always easiest to work with the video settings first, because I know exactly what I want to capture from that video. So coming to the bottom part first, the video settings, I'm going to capture 10 frames per second. Now it's up to you. You can play around with this. If you're skipping a lot of if you're skipping frames, then you're going to be wanting to get more frames per second, so you can actually be skipping them to get a good effect. Now you're only going to get better while you're having a play with this, or while you're using this. You're only going to get better and familiarize yourself with the actual way that this works. But we're going to keep it as default, 10 frames per second. The start time was 0, so I want to start extracting the images from the very first second, or as soon as the video starts. And how long do I want to extract for? I want to extract for, I think we said 8 seconds. Is that correct? Did we say 8 seconds? Sorry about this. We said 7 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to extract for 7 seconds. Now, don't get me wrong. Even though we're starting from the very start of the video, that is the only reason why I've put 7 down here, and we're extracting till 7 seconds. But if you were starting from, say, position 50, and you wanted to extract for 4 seconds, you'd put down 50 seconds here, and the duration would be extracting for 4 seconds. So we're not stopping at 7 seconds here. We're actually extracting for 7 seconds from position 0, which happens to actually land on the exact settings of the seconds as well. Okay, so now we've got this set. Because we're going to work with extract and animate, we need to sort out and work with the image settings as well, because that's what the animation is going to be. So here, the delay between each image, I'm going to keep as 0 for the moment, and I'm going to show you this while each animation that we create. The width and the height, I'll keep it as default, 250 times 250. The smaller your image is going to be, your animation, the smaller your file size is going to be as well. Now the number of animated GIFs to create, I'm going to create 1. Now this is very cool, because you can actually import a video in here that's about 5 or 6 minutes, and tell the system, well, you know what, I want to create 15 animated GIFs, all using, because you can choose how many images to include in one animation, all using, say, 25 images each. So you can really, if you've got auto blogs or whatever full of animated GIFs and that, I shouldn't be giving this away, but it's a fantastic way to actually get this done, especially when you've got them clips which are full of funny moments and people falling over. And I mean, it makes people laugh, and you can leverage that over to your blogs. Okay, so the number of images to include per animation, we're going to say 30. Okay, we'll say 30. We can always mess around with this because it doesn't take too long to work. Now the number of loops, if we keep it as 0, it's going to start, it's going to stop, it's going to start, it's going to stop, and then continue looping. But you can actually control this, so you can have it start and stop, and then start and stop and stop, or however many times you want by just adjusting this here. We can keep it as 0 and skip every images. So I'm going to keep it as 0 at the moment, and we're going to play around with this to see what kind of effects we can get. So I'm going to click on extract and animate, and you've got a status bar here. In that same video folder, you're going to have animate video. As you can see at the moment, it's a bunch of images that the software's got in there, and the reason behind it is because the software is actually working, and as you can see, that's been done. We can go over to this here, and I can right click. Now just keeping in mind, guys, you're going to need a browser to actually view this image because it's an animation, and it's not going to work with just by clicking preview. If I click on preview, it's not going to animate. So what we're going to do, we're going to right click this. We're going to open with either Firefox or Internet Explorer. I'll click it on Firefox, and as you can see, here's the guy. It gives him a kiss, and he gets knocked out. But we don't get the full footage in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how we're going to work around this. Instead of including more images into that GIF, I'm going to actually, okay, what we'll do, we'll actually reduce the images. I'm going to show you exactly how much control you got in this. We'll actually reduce the image, the number of images. We'll reduce the number of images from 30 to 25. So it's going to actually make our file size smaller as well. But what we're going to do, we're going to actually skip every one image. And now let's see what happens. I'm going to extract and animate. So we're actually we're putting in less images, and have a look at this image here. As you can see, just gives them the punch, and then it closes, and that's completely that. I'm going to click on refresh here, and as you can see here, we've got less images. Obviously, it's gone faster, and this is where I'm going to be speaking about the delay now. But as you can see, it's gone faster. However, we've got much more footage. The image is smaller now as well because it's using only 25 images. And obviously, guys, what you can do is actually play around with this, skip more images in here as well. But just keeping in mind, if you're only having 10 images, if you're only extracting 10 images per second, then the software's only got 10 images per second to play with. So if you're skipping, say, every 4 images, then you're only getting 2 images out of a second. So your animated GIF isn't going to look, it's not going to flow as it should flow. So what you can do is you can extract more images. So what I'm going to show you now, though, obviously this is very fast. We don't like the effect. Okay, it's very nice, but we want to slow it down. So this is 70 seconds. Now this is a delay between each frame. So before the software actually shows one frame and then shows another frame, it's going to have a delay in between there, and the delay is in 70 seconds, which is, you've got 100 centiseconds in a second. So we'll put this up to, say, 20. Okay, you can actually just enter it in there as well, so you can write 20. Okay, and we'll click on create and extract and animate. So again, guys, this is both of them together now, extract and animate. And we'll come over here, you can see how fast it is. We haven't adjusted how many frames or how many images we're going to have in there. All we've done is added a delay. So I'm going to click on refresh, and as you can see, that's slowed down now. We got him there nicely, which is kind of cool. Now there's so much more you can do on this as well, guys. Again, have a play with the settings until you're happy with it, and then you can go ahead and you can build your animations the way you like. But what we're going to do now, we're going to have a little fun, okay? And what we're going to do, we're going to actually extract images from there. So we're going to extract 7 seconds worth of images from the start of the video, and we're going to extract 7 seconds. And I'm going to click on now extract images. So again, we're extracting images from the video, so it's important that we have a video inside of here. I've already got the video imported, so I'm going to click on extract images. Images are extracted. Again, we're going back over to the video file, guys, wherever the video is, and we've got a new folder called images extracted. I'll click on here, and as you can see, we've got 72 images inside of this folder. Now the software always picks up 1 from the beginning and 1 from the end, so it's always going to add 2 more images. And now what you can do with these images, for example, this is the actual 7 seconds worth of footage when the guy gets knocked over and gives him a kiss and whatever. Now what you can do is you can manipulate these. You can pull these into the watermark. You can pull these into the meme editor. So I'll tell you what, we'll actually do one together. We'll go over to the memes editor. We'll go over to the batch memes, okay, and we'll click on image path, and we'll go over to the viral image wizard. We'll go over to test. We'll go over to video, and then we'll go over to image extracted, because these are the images that we're working with here, the images extracted, and we'll add top text. And what I'll do, I'll run these again. Run batch. Okay, this looks better. Okay, that looks much better there. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll keep this. I'm happy with this. And now I'm going to go back over to the animation from video. And I'm going to import this folder. I'm going to import the viral image wizard. I'm going to go over to test. I'm going to go over to video. I'm going to go over to images extracted. And then I'm going to go over to meme image, because then we create the meme on there. And now what I'm going to do is click on animate sequence. But before I click on animate sequence, I need to work and configure the image settings. But we've already configured the image settings because we worked with extract and animate, and we've already configured this. So I'm happy with the settings here. So I'm just going to click on animate sequence. Now, as you can see in this same folder here, the meme image folder, the animate sequence is opened up in here, and this is done. And I can actually right click on this and open with Firefox. And as you can see, guys, we've actually got the animation. Okay, we haven't got the right. Skip every one image. We'll do. We won't slow this. We'll keep this fast. Add some more images in here, and animate sequence, and let's see what happens. I'll actually click on refresh in here. But as you can see, we've just created ourselves a meme, animated meme, sorry, which is fantastic. And this is exactly how you can work with this. Now, there's so many other ways that you can work with this as well. So here you go, you've got a faster version here, which is real cool, and he gets the punch there as well. Right, there's so many other ways that you can work with this. So now you've got the extracted images. You can come over to the animation tab here as well. You can click on import image to timeline. So I'm going to click on this here, guys, import image to timeline, and we're inside that video image there. We'll go to images extracted, and inside of here I can actually click on any image that I want and add it into here. But the idea of this is to actually hold down the control key and select the images that you want. So for example, I could select this. I could you know, do the skip images myself. I could select this. I could select this, you know, select a bunch of these images here. Okay, I'm going to click on open, and as you can see, they automatically get imported into the timeline there. And then what you can do inside of here, you can automatically, sorry, you can't automatically, but you can actually individually change each one of your frame delays. So you might have this image here, and you might want to emphasize on a point, or have like a large point, a large pause. I'll tell you what, we'll do it together now. Let's see if we can find out where he actually gives him the kiss. And I'll do a big pause there. I'll do it real. So this is how you work with the animation from video, guys, and in the next video we'll actually go through the remainder of the tutorials. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial.